What may happen if tensions in the South China Sea escalate? Will Marcos Jr.'s SS military strategy ensure peace or lead to conflict? These are the critical questions that hang over the Philippines as it navigates a treacherous geopolitical landscape. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has embarked on a delicate balancing act. He seeks to bolster the nation's defenses while avoiding actions that could provoke a conflict with China. This is no easy feat. Marcos Jr. has made it clear that the Philippines, under his leadership, will not be bullied. The country is committed to defending its sovereignty and territorial integrity in the South China Sea. However, he also recognizes the need for measured responses. He seeks to avoid escalating tensions with China, a regional powerhouse with growing military might. The Philippines is caught in a strategic tug-of-war between the United States and China. The US is a long-standing ally, while China is a major economic partner. Navigating this rivalry requires deft diplomacy and a clear-eyed assessment of the Philippines' core interests. The world watches closely. The outcome of this high-stakes game will have profound implications for regional stability and the balance of power in the Asia-Pacific. Marcos Jr. has surprised some observers with his stance on US military presence in the Philippines. His approach has sparked a range of reactions both domestically and internationally. He has stated categorically that he will not grant the United States access to additional military bases beyond the existing 9. This firm stance has been a topic of intense discussion among political analysts. This decision has been interpreted by some as a sign of waning American influence in the region. Others see it as a strategic move to balance power dynamics in Southeast Asia. However, Marcos Jr. insists that this decision is not a rejection of the US alliance. He emphasizes the importance of maintaining strong ties with Washington. Instead, he frames it as a necessary step to avoid further antagonizing China. The delicate balance of power in the region requires careful navigation. He argues that granting more bases to the US would be seen as a provocation by Beijing and could escalate tensions. This could lead to unintended consequences for regional stability. The existing Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, signed in 2014, allows for the rotational deployment of US forces and the prepositioning of equipment at 5 Philippine military bases. This agreement is seen as a cornerstone of the US-Philippine defense relationship. Marcos Jr. argues that this agreement provides sufficient deterrence against Chinese aggression. He believes that the current arrangement is adequate for the country's defense needs. His decision reflects a growing desire among Southeast Asian nations to assert their strategic autonomy. These nations are increasingly seeking to define their own paths in the complex geopolitical landscape. They seek to avoid being drawn into a great power competition between the US and China. This sentiment is echoed in various diplomatic forums and regional summits. The Philippines, under Marcos Jr., is walking a fine line. The country is striving to balance its historical ties with the US while exploring new avenues for independent foreign policy. It aims to maintain strong security ties with Washington while charting a more independent course in its foreign policy. This nuanced approach reflects the complexities of modern international relations. China's actions in the South China Sea have fueled anxieties across the region. Beijing's expansive maritime claims, which it demarcates with the so-called 9-dash line, overlap with the territorial waters of several Southeast Asian nations, including the Philippines. China has shown increasing assertiveness in pressing these claims. It has deployed Coast Guard vessels, maritime militia, and even fishing fleets to harass and intimidate vessels from other countries operating in the disputed waters. The Philippines has been at the receiving end of many of these actions. In recent years, Chinese vessels have been accused of using water cannons against Philippine fishing boats, blocking access to traditional fishing grounds, and even ramming and sinking vessels. These actions have been widely condemned by the international community as violations of international law. China's construction of artificial islands in the Spratly archipelago and its militarization of these outposts have further raised alarm bells. These actions are seen as an attempt to change the facts on the ground and solidify China's control over the disputed waters. Section 4. Balancing alliances, asserting sovereignty. The Philippines finds itself facing a formidable challenge. It must balance its long-standing alliance with the United States with its desire to maintain economic and diplomatic ties with China. This is a delicate balancing act, and Marcos Jr. has made it clear that he will not be forced to choose sides. He has reaffirmed the importance of the US-Philippines alliance as a cornerstone of Philippine foreign policy. He has also stressed the need for the Philippines to pursue an independent foreign policy that serves its national interests. This means engaging with both the US and China constructively while avoiding entanglement in their rivalry. The Philippines, under Marcos Jr., is pursuing a strategy of diversification. This involves strengthening ties with other regional powers such as Japan, Australia, and India. These countries share the Philippines' concerns about China's assertive behavior in the region and are seen as potential partners in upholding a rules-based order in the South China Sea. The Philippines' approach is pragmatic. It recognizes the realities of the region's geopolitical landscape. The country aims to leverage its strategic location and its relationships with both the US and China to advance its national interests. Section 5, a multifaceted strategy for defense. President Marcos Jr. has adopted a comprehensive and multifaceted four-pronged strategy to address the growing challenges and complexities in the South China Sea. This well-rounded approach encompasses unilateral actions, bilateral engagements, minilateral and multilateral cooperation, each designed to address different aspects of the security landscape. Each element of this strategy plays a crucial role in safeguarding Philippine interests and ensuring the nation's sovereignty. The first prong involves decisive unilateral actions to assert Philippine sovereignty and protect its rights in the contested waters. This includes significantly strengthening its military presence in the region, conducting regular and rigorous maritime patrols, and filing diplomatic protests against China's aggressive actions. These measures are a clear demonstration of the Philippines' unwavering resolve to defend its territory and uphold its rights under international law. The second prong focuses on deepening bilateral engagements with key strategic partners, particularly the United States. These discussions and collaborations center on enhancing defense cooperation, conducting joint military exercises, and bolstering maritime security capabilities to ensure a robust defense posture. These partnerships are essential for deterring potential aggression and maintaining stability and peace in the region. The third prong involves active minilateral and multilateral cooperation with other countries that share the Philippines' concerns about China's assertiveness and expansionist policies. This includes working closely with ASEAN, the Quad, comprising the US, Japan, Australia, and India, and other like-minded countries to promote a rules-based order in the South China Sea and push back against China's unilateral actions. The fourth prong involves a robust effort to strengthen the Philippines' own defense capabilities through comprehensive military modernization and capacity building. This includes acquiring state-of-the-art new equipment, upgrading existing defense systems, and significantly improving training programs for its armed forces to ensure they are well prepared for any eventuality. Section 6, Modernization, Equipping for the Future. Recognizing the growing security challenges in the region, the Philippines is undertaking a significant and comprehensive modernization program to enhance its military capabilities and ensure national security. This ambitious program involves acquiring state-of-the-art new equipment, upgrading existing systems to modern standards, and significantly improving training for its armed forces to ensure they are well prepared for any scenario. The overarching goal is to develop a credible and robust defense posture capable of effectively deterring threats and safeguarding the country's vital maritime interests. The modernization efforts are particularly focused on enhancing maritime domain awareness, acquiring advanced new naval vessels, and significantly improving air defense capabilities to protect the nation's airspace. In addition to the military, the Philippines is also investing heavily in modernizing its Coast Guard to better patrol its extensive waters and respond swiftly to incidents involving foreign vessels, particularly those from China. These comprehensive initiatives aim to equip the Philippine military with the necessary tools and resources to effectively address the evolving and complex security environment in the South China Sea. The modernization program is not solely focused on acquiring new hardware. It also places a strong emphasis on improving training, developing a robust defense doctrine, and enhancing interoperability with key allies. To this end, the Philippines is conducting joint military exercises with partner nations like the United States, Japan, and Australia to enhance coordination, build capacity, and strengthen military ties. The Philippines' modernization efforts are crucial for deterring military aggression, demonstrating its resolve to defend its national interests and ensuring regional stability. A more capable and well-equipped Philippine military will make it significantly more costly for any actor, including China, to violate the country's sovereignty or threaten its security, thereby ensuring a more secure future for the nation.